toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Georgia Tech's offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
This is a designed run. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
And when you got that kind of speed, football's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, Jesse, it's not there. Just pull it down. Go make a play.
That's definitely something that defense has never had to worry about in one day. I think I just pulled a hamstring watching that guy.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a man. It's Kane. Sets up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it along the sideline. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. It's complete on the right side. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
got it behind the line. It's Haynes. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. So LSU's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Here's a heat. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got his man quickly. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They went with the zone blitz that time, David, and it worked to perfection. perfection. What made it successful?
Well, a lot of times when you bring blitzes, you play man behind it. But when you sneak in some zone like this and you got all the eyes on the quarterback still able to cover spots really, really quickly, it takes that first read away from the quarterback, and the zone blitz came home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pulls it in. It's Rutherford. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Using his legs, it's Haynes. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the 1st half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there and on 3rd down, and I need that yardage. I can go to him, and he'll get the 1st down on the cover.
Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Runs through a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback gets him up. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Yellow Jackets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this. in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. The official says no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. You're trying to break this scoreless tie, and instead you knock it off the post.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pocket breaking down. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Looking for a huge play. Picked off. Trying to take it back. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's the handoff. Creates a little room. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Yellow Jackets have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Now he's going to break the pocket. Breaks into the open. And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Quick strike complete. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense in the sudden change situation. They barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Kane. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Trying play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And that's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Off play action on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch called for and made. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Quick handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw, it's King. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And it's good from 58 yards out.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Let's see what they do on third down. Dropping back, it's King. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, as a defensive coach, that's a win. When you can be already put in a bad position because your offense fumbles and they're in scoring position and you give up just 3, that is a situational football at its best. Nice job by this defense, handling a little adversity and just giving up the field goal.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got him downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Green 25.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen.
Okay.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Lasso.
To throw, it's Nussmeier. Here comes the heat. There he goes. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They'll run the option. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive, or if that means pitching it, you got to do that.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's King. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gets the back moving. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sharp. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field. He's going for it all. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to the ground game on the left. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They force the negative play, now setting up 4th down.
And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10.
Let's go.
Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Bringing the heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dumps it to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Durham. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get. Ball back.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Barney. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The Gators offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to...
Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's ball. Across the 25. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But
touchdown, Florida! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye hit?
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Ready?
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Under fire. The short hands, it's Barney. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down, 10 yards to go. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Barney. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. First down here for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Firing to the right, complete.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Hunter. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. On the run, it's Ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Spins away from the defense. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll run the sneak for it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. To the air, it's Lagway. Finds his big tight end. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Raiola. The throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's Sturdivant. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Plucks it out of the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now on first down from the 40. Wants to throw it. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grabbed behind the line, it's ball. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Brown. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looking to throw on 3rd. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. From the gun. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The handoff to Johnson. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He rifles one deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. He's not afraid to go deep. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll start the third quarter with the run. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
And the Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Searching forward on the sneak.
And, David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Lagway. Got a man, it's ball. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Gators are marching down the field. Handoff to the lone back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. pulls and fired complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ives. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give it to Johnson. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Back to pass. It's Raiola. Rush is on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to...
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker cannot. He's taking the shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And you want the interception on defense, but most of the time coaches are preaching, knock the ball down, knock the ball down. It's not because they can't catch. They really don't catch well. But the defender's main job has to be separating that ball from the wide receiver, and usually that requires knocking that thing down as the wide receiver's trying to catch it.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Good right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Breaks into the open. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that game.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? Back to throw, it's Raiola. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the fifth kick of the night. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the right side. At the 20, he's got space. There he goes. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Florida. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to go up top on first down. And here's the third interception of the night. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the move, it's Ball. Shakes off the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And the Gators are rolling down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Gators! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So the final tally on that drive will be 31 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
To the ground with the back. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking deep.
New notification. You changed your controller profile. Default profile.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Looking for a man, it's Raiola. Here's a heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Finds the tight end. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Nice move there.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. It would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice, and as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with your coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Penn State's offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are...
Oh, he's got some space. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Great place to start for this offense.
Get set, get set.
The give on the option. He breaks the tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Reads it, fires complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Look out, he's got room. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Pocket breaking down. Catch in the middle, it's Love. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They're able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reynolds. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off play action on first down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fields. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Third down coming up after that completion. Back to throw, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give out of the gun. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Irish back on offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Sends it back in motion. They'll run for it on third and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone.
Get set, get set.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Carr. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them in.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned. So much for the wet ball drill. Couldn't hang on to it and muffed it. Offense in a split backfield. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Reynolds. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarter.
Turning it on! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Carr. It's complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Got his man. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Field goal is good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. He wants to throw it. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Caught over the middle. It's Reynolds. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's thrown it and hurting you.
Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Running it to the right. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations.
Breaks into the open. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
To the air on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Head on.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Fields. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. And they'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can...
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on fourth down. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Fields. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Makes the catch. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the ground, it's Singleton. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip.
Here we go.
They want to run this quarterback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
29 Philly. 2-9.
The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
On the ready.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal.
Here we go.
Give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They'll play it safe and try for 3. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Dead center perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. With the catch, it's Singleton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
On the set.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Get set. Get set.
He'll keep it himself. Bringing it back. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
In blue. Ready, go.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
On the double.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth.
Got it.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Cricket. Ready, go.
The option look. He'll toss it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Under fire. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pressure coming. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Lining up to convert third down.
Easy.
From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Fire.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Down.
Looking for space. It's Love. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the set.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short.
Pound 55 weak.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
Ready.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Cobra.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
On the double.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get...
Turning it on! And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, first and 10 from the 37. Rushes on him. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Ready.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42.
Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
goose egg. And this should be a game ball for the defensive coordinator. They have been lights out all game long, stopping the run, stopping the passing attack. They come up with a big interception to really put a stamp on this shutout late.
It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix on offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.